President just arrived now because of 15 minutes. That's why 15 minutes late because of his traveling problem. Anyhow, this is the fourth meeting we are conducting during our President Sadashiva Padnaya's tenure. Anyhow, I am requesting our President Dr. Sadashiva Padnaya and the Treasurer Dr. Annay Kulal to escort our speakers Dr. Balaji Rao and Manish Nehta and Chandrahas Devur. Please come. Now, I am requesting Dr. J.N. Bhatt to start with the prayer. मंदिर में तुम राम साई, मस्जिद में नूर मोहम्मद, गुरुद्वारे में तू गुरु नानक, मन मंदिर में ईसा ईसा, बोलो राम एक ही नाम, बोलो राम राम रहीम, सब मिल बोलो जय सिया राम. Thank you. Please be seated. Because this particularly is a prayer where warfare and welfare going on together. We should be happier, at least we are living in Bharat, where Muslims can still celebrate Eid in a good way. Eid Mubarak also, because Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, I was in the Muscat, so that language is known to me. Thank you for that. Now, I am requesting our Family Doctor Association President, Dr. Sadashiva Padnaya, to welcome the distinguished guests as well as all the doctors. Please, Dr. Sadashiva Padnaya.
ಶುಭ ಸಂಜೆಯ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ good evening to everyone. I heartily welcome today's sponsors, Anand Rati. How do you? Anand Rati. Rati means wife. Rati. Anand Rati. Today's investment services, Anand Rati Investment Services, they are the today's sponsors. I heartily welcome them. And speakers, Dr. Balaji Rao, Senior Resource Person, HDFC Asset Management Company, Mr. Manish Nehta, Senior Vice President at Anand Rati, Preferred, Resource Person Chandrahas Devur, Vice President, Cluster Head at Anand Rati. So I really welcome them for their all the trouble they have taken all the way coming from Bangalore to here. And today I have to express my, I'm very sorry that I was stuck up in the Ullal, it is even though it is a suburb, it is a bottleneck everywhere blocked. And today is a Pernal day and maximum traffic. Horrible. So I'm very sorry for all of you having making me wait so long. Very sorry. So while coming only, I was told that everything should be cut short and make way for the sponsors have their own to address us. So I stop short and make way and request them to address. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Dr. Sadashiv, President of our association. Now, I am requesting our IMA Secretary, Dr. Prakash Harishchandra, to honor our speaker, Balaji Rao. Thank you. Thank you, Prakash Harishchandra. Next, I am requesting Dr. Ullas Rai. Next, Ullas Shetty, whatever may be, is a Rai or Shetty, same thing. Please come and honor our Manish Nehata. Thank you, Dr. Ullas Shetty, Forensic Department, AJ Medical College. And now, again, I am requesting our Association of Medical Consultants President, Dr. Ananda Bangera, to come and to honor our Chandrahas Devuru. Please. Thank you, Dr. Anand Banger, anesthetist of KS Hegde Medical College. He was the professor and HOD of the department. Now the next program is our lighting the lamp. Please, all the guests and others, please come to the dais. Now it is the time to introduce our guest speakers as well as the resource person, Chandras Devur. Dr. Annaya Kulal will introduce them.
FDA President, Senior Family Physician Dr. Sadashiv Polnaya, Secretary Dr. G.K. Bhatt, all the former presidents of FDA, IMA former presidents and secretary and all those things, and moreover our district surgeon Dr. Shiv Prakash sir is there, and district RMO, our resident medical officer, both are there, and other former RMOs, came Venlock doctors, senior consultants, many more have turned along with their family member. So we forgot to welcome you all. It is every time we celebrate one family doctors family meet on Doctors Day, and one March end family doctors get together with other professional colleagues. So we have AMC, we have KR Kamath, former IMA state vice president, many are there, president-elect of the IMA, Ullas Shetty, and many more friends have turned. So without spending much time, we are introducing all the three people at a time. Then we'll hand over the podium to them, and they will take up. They will literate us. Okay. First, Balaji Rao DG. He is a BCom, PGDMM, PGDFA, MBA, and PhD in commerce, I think, and co-founder director of OSATA Knowledge Private Limited. Overall experience of 37 years in finance management and educating the public and giving awareness to the public. And industry experience is 25 years. Academic training experience 12 years. PhD in mutual funds and personal finance It is a great thing. Usually, hardly we see mutual finance and PhD persons, 12 years experience. And areas of training expertise, investor education, children financial, like we have pediatric surgeon, general surgeon like that. He is expert in education, children financial literacy, industrial integrated workshop for graduate MBA students on modules of stock market, startup, ecosystem management, valuation of the stock research and analysis portfolio, construction and management of mutual funds, personal finance, marketing, management of the financial services, and a senior resource person for HDFC Asset Management Co. Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management, and ICICI Prudential Asset Management, Canara HBCL Life Insurance he conducted more than 800 live interactions with the public. See, it is a great time to have such a wonderful person here because his biodata goes on and on. It is around more than 10-15 pages. He has written more than 15 books also. He has written book Financial Market and Investment Instrument, some of the textbook for the students in MBA and BBM. It is proud to have you, sir. We welcome you. And next our friend is, because I am shortening all those things, we are eager to listen your expert literacy. And next we have Chandrahas Devur, a cluster head and vice president, and Anandarati Investment Services with over 25 years of rich experience in wealth management. We are all expert in health management. He is a wealth management expert. He manages a team of 80 plus people and leads business across Bangalore and rest of the Karnataka. Welcome you, sir. And we have Manisha Nahata, a senior vice president at Anandarati Preferred Bangalore, and with more than 20 years of experience in wealth management. Dr. Nahata currently manages an AUM of over rupees 500 crore rupees, the sum he is managing. He also leads our business for Bangalore and the rest of the Karnataka. I welcome you, sir. All the Trimurtis are there. The person behind to assemble these Trimurtis are our Prabhu. Prabhu also welcome. You have given a lot of trouble to you. Sanket Prabhu is originally from our place only. Gururaj. Sanket Prabhu, Gururaj and team who are there in the front desk. So we welcome you all for this program. And now the podium is for you people. Thank you.
Short 1 minute. Thank you very much, Dr. Annaya Kulal, for your short and sweet introduction of our guests. Now, I think first Dr. Balaji Rao will speak. Over to Balaji Rao. Thank you, sir.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಯಾ ಓಕೆ ಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರುಗಳು ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಬೇಗ ಶುರು ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದುರಂಧರ್ ಮೂವಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೋಣ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ. ಅದು ಮುಗಿಯೊಟ್ಟು 4 ಅವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಟ್ಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಕು ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಕು ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಾಗ ಇಂಥ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕೇಳಿ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿರೋರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಕು ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೂ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಐ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ಡ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್. ಯಾ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಐ ಬೀನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 32 years. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು 32 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು. ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಕು, ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ರೋಡ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗೇ ಸಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಈ ರೋಡ್ ಅಂತೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಕು. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಐ ನೆವರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇನ್. ಬೀಂಗ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿಯನ್, ಐ ನೆವರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? That's what is economic. So many construction activities are happening around you. It's not bad actually. Dhool irbodu, kasa irbodu, whatever you can complain. But that is what is economic growth. The number of people who are constructing the houses or any buildings, number of people who are traveling by buses, number of people traveling by air, number of people who smoke. I love smokers actually. Nange tumba ishta. Naan sedalla. But people who smoke alla, I never ask them not to smoke. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? Because I'm ITC shareholder, you know. Because if people stop smoking, what happens to my share price? I also like people consume liquor. ನಾನು ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹೊಡೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಡೆಯೋರಿಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? I'm shareholder of all those companies that sell, manufacture and sell liquor. And I'm sure you're all doctors. You must have been prescribing so many medicines to your patients. I keep telling all the clients or people I meet, you know, I mean, maybe I've touched based approximately 1 lakh investors in the last 10 years, doing these sessions in 82 locations. I tell them, whenever you buy anything, particularly medicine, turn that medicine strip and see which company has manufactured it. Is it Cipla? Is it Sun Pharma? Is it Glenmark? Is it Pfizer? Why is it important? Because you are seeing that as a consumer, but start seeing that as a shareholder, no? That is what is stock market for me. When you buy a biscuit, turn that strip and see, no? Which companies? Is it Britannia? Is it ITC? Is it Quality? This is where stock market becomes very interesting, you know, because it is a daily life for us. When you brush your teeth in the morning, you're using a company that is manufacturing Colgate, Pepsodent, Meswak, Promise, Close Up, any toothpaste we use, you know. That's for me stock. That's what I've seen in the last 32 years. What did I learn? Is that we are part of this stock market. Without us, stock market doesn't work. Without stock market, we cannot live. So the idea of financial literacy, you know, see, because traditionally, whatever investments we do, okay, the list of investments given to us are very simple to understand actually. All of us want to invest, alwa. We find various opportunities to invest, right? So the government is actually clear. We all earn, we all spend. Somehow we manage to save some money. With all the expenditure that we have in front of us, we manage to save some money. And where do we save? Well, save marti dudu now. So these are the options, by and large. Thank God chit fund is not there. Okay, how do we understand this? The first thing we understand out of this is, ಯಾವುದು ನನಗೆ ಹಣ ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನನಗೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That is what we first look at. Because a bank deposit gives us a very simple understanding that at the end of maturity, I'm going to get some money. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ, ಯಾವತ್ತಾದ್ರ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ? The interest I get from a bank deposit minus the inflation that year, how much did I make? ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಯಾರಾದ್ರ? No, ಯಾರು ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ. Because you are focusing only on the returns that we get end of that year. Just ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. You are getting a 6% return on your deposit at the end of a year. Inflation is 6%. How much did you earn? You earn nothing. Because the moment you get that 6% return, alwa, bank, put 100 rupees, you get 106 rupees, 6 rupees profit bant alwa. The moment you take 6 rupees, somebody taps on your back. ತಿರುಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನ್ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು ಮರಿ ಬೇಡ ಮಗನೇ ಅಂತ. So you pay 10% gone out of that. So your return become negative return. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿದೀವೋ ನಾವು ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ. Because we are focusing on safe ಗುರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ನಂಗೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್. We all buy gold. We have been ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಅದು ಹಿಂದಿಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕಲ್ ಆಜ್ ಅವ್ರ ಕಲ್. ನೆನ್ನೆ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮುಂದೆನೂ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಡು ಯು ಸೆಲ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ವೇ? ಗಂಡಸರಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. Actually, I don't know when will I sell that gold. We only buy gold. Never confuse gold or precious metal as an investment. You are just buying it, not knowing when I will sell it. Do you imagine that when I retire, when I need money, I'm going to sell gold and buy some idli, vada, mangalore buns or dosa from a restaurant? No, we won't do that. And we don't take it to the grave also. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಚ್ಚಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೆ ಸಾಯಕ್ಕೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋದ ವರ್ಷ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಕಿವಿಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಬಿಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನಾವು. So I'm very clear about asset classes, you know, because these assets make us to be asset rich and cash poor. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ, 200 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು? It gives me a false sense of security ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾನು. So I'm not here to discuss about FD or real estate or gold. You're already aware of those things. You have been doing it all these years. But what should we understand? How does the stock market work? ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್? We need stock market because it is an opportunity that makes us to invest the smallest of amounts. ನೋಡಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಶೋಕ್ ಲೇಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ, you have been traveling in buses from Bangalore to Bangalore for so many years in your life perhaps. ಒಂದಿನ ಬಸ್ ಹತ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ವ ನಾವು, you would have found it could be Tata Motors, it could be Ashok Leyland, the trucks that are there, the cars that you have been, see, I'll tell you, 2003 ನಲ್ಲಿ Maruti Suzuki did a public issue. Okay, they wanted to expand their car manufacturing business. They saw that Indian economy is going to grow. How do you measure the economic growth? When people consume. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೇಶ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ GDP ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ ತಿಂತಾರಪ್ಪ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾರಪ್ಪ. ಡನ್. ಸೊ ಮಾರುತಿ ಸುಜುಕಿ took a biggest bet of their life that people are going to buy more cars from us. So let us manufacture more cars. What do I need to manufacture more cars? I need capital. ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಹಣ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ರೈಸ್ about 1,000 crore rupees ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದರು. ದೇ ಗೇವ್ an option to you, bus become a shareholder, don't lend money to me. Lending everybody does. Don't lend money to me, I don't want to be a creditor. Why don't you invest money in my company? What is investment? I'll make you a shareholder. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಭ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಿರುಪತಿ, 2 ಬಿಳಿ 1 ಕೆಂಪು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹಾಕಿ. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ 5% of the investing earning people invested money. At what price they sold the shares? At 125 rupees per share. They sold the shares in June 2003. Today the stock price 17,000 rupees, one stock price. If you multiply ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು, imagine you have taken a 1 lakh rupee worth of a real estate in 2003. How much is it worth today? You have put 1 lakh rupee in Maruti Suzuki in 2003. How much it is today? Then tell me, which is better, real estate or equity? We are not stayed in invested 22 years. That is our problem, no? With real estate, we all stay for 20, 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. Why not with a stock? But don't forget, easier on the stock market. You know how? When you buy a car, you buy 5 tires also, alva? Correct, sir? You buy 5 tires also. MRF Limited in 2003 was 1,400 rupees per share. Today it is 1,50,000 rupees per share. We haven't understood this, alva? This is the reality of equity market, you know. We only think that ee company irutta, ee company ಮುಚ್ಚೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ನಾನು FD ಹಾಕೋ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮುಚ್ಚೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಕೋಲ್ಗೇಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಮುಚ್ಚೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಬ್ರಷಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಟೀತ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಮೈ ಟೂತ್, ಹಲ್ ಬಂದಾಗಿಂದ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಕೋಲ್ಗೇಟ್ ಟೂತ್ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿಂದ ಏಷ್ಯನ್ ಪೇಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ AC ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ವೈ ದಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಬಿಲೀಫ್ ದಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. So these are all more of psychology that we don't want to give the due credit the stock market deserves. And also don't forget, the last 30 years, the bank deposit rates have fallen from 14% to 6%. And stock market has gone up from 3,000 to 85,000. And the current situation notwithstanding, whatever you are seeing today, it's not new. In the last 1 month, they are not worried about the war is going to end or not. People worried about market yavag mele hogutte, sir. Nobody is worried about the war, actually speaking, telling you. We are all only worried about our money in the market. Ayyo, nan duddu ivattu app tegadu nodide minus agoytu, naale app tegadu nodide bೀಳ್ತು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾ, ನಾನೇ ಮೊದಲು ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ, ಇದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರದು ನಾವು. Because we don't have that patience, you know. Oh, this too shall pass. I think I am advising people, okay, don't read newspapers. Okay, uninstall all the investment apps that you have got. First thing, adhe madabeku, uninstall all the apps. See, I also some good portfolio. I don't even know what is the price of my investment. What is value investment? Because I don't look at it. Why do I do that? That's what market taught me. The more you see daily, ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗಲ್ವಾ, ಡೋಲೋ 650 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ? 4 ಅವರ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, 4 hours ಬೇಕು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಏನು ಜ್ವರನೇ ಹೇಳ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಆಯ್ತು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾತ್ರೆ ನುಂಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಲ. ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ 5 ದಿನ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ. See, we are so impatient, with everything in life. But it takes a lot of effort, okay, to change yourself as an investor. So what did the government do? Government was equities 11,000 volts, transformer adu. What is subject to market is ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? I'm sure you have seen, heard subject to market risk. Mutual fund ಸಹಿ ಹೈ, ಹಾಕೋಣ ಅಂತ ಕೈ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್. ಸೇರಿ ಸಹಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು, ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಸಹಿ ಆರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ 11,000 volts ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕಲ್ಲು 2 ಬೋನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಶಾಕ್ ಹೊಡೆದು ನೆಗೆದು ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಅದು. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇದು ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ಸರ್ಟನ್ನು. So you need an insulation. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು when you go to look at transformer or touch something which is pretty dangerous, okay, we wear a rubber chappal, we wear a gloves, we use some wooden things in our hands, correct alva? Why do we do that? Because we want to get protected from a possible shock. So that insulation is called mutual funds. Mutual funds is the helmet that we wear, is a seat belt that we wear. It tries to insulate the risk. ನೀವು ಆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಇದು ವೈರ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಶಾಕು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟಚಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್. ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಇದು ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್, ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ is that insulation which has been existent for the last 63 years. 1963 was the year mutual fund got introduced. But even today we are still worried about subject to market than worrying about or even thinking about what is this mutual fund sahi hai, because you have to learn how to manage volatility. So what I'll do is that I'll take 5 more minutes to just show you 2 aspects of that. One is that if you were lump sum investor, whatever happened. If you're a systematic investor, that is investing monthly, what would have happened? I'll just show you that and hand over my talk to Mr. Manish. See, I hope you all can see from the other end of this particular hall. So I want to just show you what is the journey of stock market, first of all. Yen gota? Let's say you see, every day people normally ask, ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Okay, there is no such question or an answer that which is the right day, okay, to start investing. Okay, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದೇನು, today is the best day to invest. Okay, because imagine you had put money today or put money yesterday, what would have happened? Maybe your 100 rupees would have become 98 rupees or 95 rupees or 90 rupees or 50 rupees. ನೋಡಿ, somebody invested 1 lakh rupee in 1995 January. Okay, what happened after 1 year? ಅಂದರೆ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿ 10,000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ 10,000 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 10,000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ FD ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ಟೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾನು ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು, 1 ವರ್ಷ ಮುಗಿಯೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಯುವರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫೆಲ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟು 70,000 rupees at lump sum investor. So what do you do now? At every fall, whenever your portfolio or investment has turned negative, you got 3 options actually to do. 3 options. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು 3 ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ನು, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್, ಗೆಟ್ ಔಟ್, ಬುಕ್ ಲಾಸಸ್, ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್, ಗಾಡ್, ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್, ಬ್ರೋಕರ್, ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್, ಯಾರಿಗಾರ ಬೈರಿ. But you can exit. There is an option because equity is very easy to exit, unlike real estate. Unlike gold, because gold is very emotional. We may not exit. ಇವತ್ತು ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಗೋಲ್ಡು ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆಲ್ at an instant between 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock in a day. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕೋ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ಬುಕ್ ಲಾಸಸ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಮನಿ ವಿತ್ ಯು, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನು? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್. ದ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ಸ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಯುವರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಬೈ 30% at the end of 1 year. 30%, not a joke. Not 1 or 2 or 3 or 5% loss. 30% loss ಆಗಿದೆ. Let's say you are bold enough, okay, patient enough. ನೋಡೋಣ ಬಿಡು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವರ್ಷ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಯು ಇವನ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಯು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ನಾಳೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ನಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ಯಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ಹೊಡಿರಿ ಸರ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಗೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಫಾಲನ್ ಡೌನ್ ಬೈ 50%. Now, you would have been better off had you not invested at all. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟೇ ಬೆಸ್ಟು, ಗೋಲ್ಡೇ ಬೆಸ್ಟು, ನನಗೆ FD ಬೆಸ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೋಗೆ ಇರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎರಡನೇ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಏನು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರೇ ತೊಗೊಂಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನಾನು. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ 30,000ಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ನ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ವೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಬೈ 50%. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಕಟ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್, by the time you come to 5th year, you still have not made any gain on your investment. It is still showing a loss. But had you waited for the 6th year, nodi, your money doubled. Okay? Andre, it has gone through that entire process of fall and it has recovered back to 2,10,000. But again, it fell to 190, it came to 150. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು 2008-2009 ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಶ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯುವರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವೆಲ್. ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಯು ಹಡ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಅದು 15 years ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅದು. ಬೈ ದ ಟೈಮ್ 2008 ಆಗೋ 13 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಯುವರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಯುವರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಯು ಹಡ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಇನ್ 2008 ಜಾನ್ವರಿ. ನೀವು ದುಡ್ಡು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಡ್ by January 2009? 50% loss ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಅವೇ? ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಮೆಸಾಕರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅದು. when it gives you unbelievably, but when you lose, you can lose like this. That is the intensity of this particular asset class. Okay, so I'll tell you in the end what is the medicine for this. Nodi, then in 1 year it doubled. Okay, again in 2011 your 20 lakh fell to 23. Okay, by 2016 it became 43, 49, 63. COVID time nodi. Okay, so if you see here, your 1 lakh rupee investment would have grown to become 2 crores in 30 years. Now you say that 30 years wait ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. See, in a real life, you know, why do we have to study MBBS and MS first of all? ಯಾಕೆ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು? If you do 7th standard and stop your studies, how much do we get compensation if you have to seek a job? ಸಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, 5,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ 10th standard ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. You are going to do 10th standard, stop studying. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸಂಬಳ? 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? Let's say you do 2nd PUC, ಸಾಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸಂಬಳ? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 1,000. But you do graduation, you do post graduation, you do a specialized qualification. Look at your salary, look at your compensation. But to become that postgraduate plus, ಈಗ MS ನೀವು MD ಮಾಡಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? MBBS MD ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Without that there is no respect for a particular. ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ PhD ಮಾಡಿದೆ? I could have just stopped doing BCom, but I did 3 post graduations and I did a PhD. Why? Because I wanted to build my repertoire. I wanted to build my profile. I wanted to demand a particular price for what I do. But it took a lot. 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ PhD ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. I'm sure all of you would have done. ಅಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಚಿಲ್ಲರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನ್ MBBS ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ರೇಜಿ qualification ಅದು. Okay, because you're saving lives of people. I'm not saving anybody's life. So I'm saying this investment, is like that, you need to wait. The Kotambri sab beldbut yarar kotadipatigalagidara. Any farmer has become crorepati by growing kotambri or tomato? No. People who grow teakwood, people who grow sandalwood, 15 ವರ್ಷ ಬೇಕು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅದು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬ್ಯಾಂಬೂ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಬೋತ್ ಆಲ್ ವೆಜಿಟಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಓನ್ ಕೇಪಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕೇಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಏನು? ಸಿ, ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೂರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಈವನ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ದಿನ 10 ರೌಂಡು ಅಂದರೆ 6000 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ದಿನ ನಡಿಬೇಕಂತ ನಾನು ಗೂಗಲ್ ಫಿಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ಹುಕ್ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ, ವೆನ್ ಐ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ walking every day, I've linked that insurance company from where I've taken my health insurance. No, they linked that into Google Fit. This year, last year also, this year also, instead of paying 45,000 as my premium, I paid 36,000 as my premium. Why? Because the activity that I've done based on that, good for me, no? It helped me to save 9,000 rupees on my premium. So anyway, ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ವಾಕಿಂಗು ನೀವು 10 ರೌಂಡ್ ಹೊಡಿತೀರ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕು. ವೆನ್ ಡು ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವಾರ್ಮ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ? 4-5 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, 4-5 ರೌಂಡ್ ಹೊಡೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯುವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ವಾರ್ಮರ್. ನೀವು 6-7ನೇ ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೈ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ 3000 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ವೆನ್ ವಿಲ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್? It only starts after 30 minutes. Until then your calorie doesn't start burning. ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಓಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇವತ್ತು 20 ನಿಮಿಷ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಪ್ಪ, 20 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ನ್, ನೀವು ತಿಂದಿರೋ ಕಾಫಿನೇ ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲೋ ಶುಗರು. ನಾವು ಜಾಮೂನ್ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಜಿಲೇಬಿ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಕೇಕು ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು 20 ನಡೆದ್ರೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ. ದ ಮೋರ್ ಯು ಡೂ, ವೈ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ 10,000 steps per day? ಐ ಆಮ್ 60 years old, Okay, I do every month 1,80,000 steps. ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Okay, because that is what is giving me that power to burn my calories. ನಾನು ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, but I ensure that I burn. ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? The time you spend there, equity is like that. You have to spend that time for you to give you that result. Real estate 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಾಸು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ನೀವು? You will make money in 5 years or you make money in 25 years? 25 years, no? Your peak money in real estate comes when you stay for 25 years. Yeah, please remember, all of you, one simple truth of asset class and investments. Yen gotta? Gold, equity, matte real estate. All these 3 things can go up and make you wealthy only if economy does well. If economy doesn't grow, gold also cannot grow. Real estate cannot grow, equity cannot grow. All three are interrelated. ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ 17,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ? Have people stopped buying gold? Have people stopped buying silver? No. How are we buying? Because the economy gave us power to earn that kind of money and buy from the store. If today real estate is 2 crores in key area in Mangalore, somebody is paying you 2 crores to buy that from you. Economy gave that person power to earn the 2 crores, alva? How did it grow? Government gave roads, infrastructure, but it took time for that growth to happen. Like that equity also, it takes time. ಯಾಕೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 5 years ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು 5 years ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ವೆಲ್ತ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ 2 more minutes. How does SIP work now? Systematic investment plan. See, this systematic plan, no? See, you put just 1,000 rupees a month, for example. See, first year, you lose money. Or you lost money rather. See, first year, this money was lost. Your 12,000 became 10,000. You continued second year, it still gave you a loss of 36, but the loss increased. Okay? Third year, what happened? The losses have reduced, but still, you're not still coming to the profit zone yet. But had you waited for 4 years and 5th year, this is where the power starts kicking in. Okay? And Of course, there's a lot of things that I could show, considering the time. Okay, see, a 30-year of investment, 31-year of investment, that money grows to become around 2 crores. Now, is it guaranteed? No, it's still subject to, because somebody had wanted to ask me in 1995, if I put 1,000 rupees per month, how much will I make? I would have said, I don't know. How much my money will grow to? I don't know. Like as if real estate, somebody will tell you how much your investment will grow in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. No, you just buy it. Wait for things to happen. So, the idea, my friends, dear friend, respected friends, is that, see, equity is an asset class that is not going to fade away. Okay, it was, is, and it is going to be there forever. Yak gota? Because I have showed you only the past. Before I conclude, I want to prove a point to you about the future, and then I'll close myself. What should you see? What do you see here? A beautiful baby, Allah. Yeah, I too become a grandfather 6 months, 7 months ago. Okay, I have a similar baby in my house. Okay, you know what I see? Now I rest my case. I hope you understood the moral of this particular picture. As long as people do not stop making babies, I don't stop believing in the equity market. Because when a baby is born, a consumer is born. So my temple is at a maternity hospital. ನಾನು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೊ ಮಚ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೊ ಮಚ್.
Dr. Balaji Rao, for your excellent speech regarding investments, everything. You have convinced very well. But the problem is, we the doctors are very poor. So we don't have the money to invest. But anyhow, we will try in future how to save the money and how to invest. You are not hearing my words. Anyhow, thank you. We will hear. Next speaker is here, Dr. Manish Nehta. We will hear how he is going to convince us. Please, Manish Nehta.
Thank you, sir. This is, let me switch on. Thank you, Balaji, for making this room a little more vibrant. I'm sure people have got some energy here. And sir, one math helidre with that we took a lot of pain to come from Bangalore. But let me make this very clear. It's always an honor to be here. In fact, I've done multiple events in Bangalore, and I see most of the times people smiling. And the most important thing, I think, it's an honor to be a replacement of God. With people, we call them doctor, and ideally we call them a replacement of God. Thank you so much for having us here. Balaji, thank you for covering a lot of surfaces here. And let me try and add something more what Balaji has done here, right? Before we start, I want to break this presentation into 2 parts. One, of course, I would love to give you an understanding, as Balaji also said, why an investment is important. The moment we talk about investment, it's not only about equity, mutual fund or anything. Investment could be anything. Even your savings bank account is an investment, right? It gives you some kind of returns, right? The second part I would talk to you about is, ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ. Somebody should enjoy that money, right? If you're making money, you should enjoy that money. Otherwise, what's the use of that money, right? Let's break this entire presentation into 2 parts, and then. But before that, I'll definitely give you a very brief introduction about Anandrati, and then take this presentation. But yeah, before I start this our introduction, I want to ask only one question to everybody, which I ask this in every forum. In this world, right, the group of people, the group of many creatures, what is that one thing you think would appreciate your good work? What is that one thing makes you feel happy that you have done some good work and I've got this and I'm so happy for this? One thing. Sorry, sir? Charity. Anything else? Okay. To do charity, what do you need, sir? Right? So, I think whatever good work you do, you only feel happy when you get appreciated with a token called money. Whatever it is. ಜನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿಗೇನು ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ದುಡ್ಡು, ನನಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. Right? Money makes everybody happy. But unfortunately, I think this is a very common thing. When I meet many people, in fact, family, this is a family doctor's day. Hey, this is my wife's money. I don't want to do anything about it. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಪ್ಪ. When people don't know what to get out of this money, then investment should not be done. Rather keep that money under the pillow and sleep. At least you will not lose that what you have. Right? So it's important over a period of time, the money should make money. Right? Otherwise, no point in earning money. Right? Charity is definitely. So you want to take charity or you want to give charity, that's a later stage. Right? So, yeah. As a group, Mr. Anand Rathi, right? He is a chairman and founder of Anand Rathi Group. Anand Rathi himself is a gold medalist CA. Today, if you have understood this Ultratech Cement, Birla Cement, he is a key person. Okay, he was the youngest vice president in Birla Group. He is a key person who found this Birla Cements, right? And then, along with Mr. Rathi, Mr. Pradeep Gupta, who is a vice chairman and a co-founder of this group, he is also a son-in-law of Mr. Rathi ji, right? These two dynamics are one of the top 10 celebrities in India. So we started our footsteps in 1994 as Anand Rathi Shares and Stockbrokers Limited. Then 1995, we also came into institutional broking. We started our wealth management services in 2002. And then commodity in 2003, and the list goes on. The list, it goes on. We were also consecutively for 5 years named as one of the best bankers in entire Asia, and we continue to do that. We listed our first arm as Anand Rathi Wealth Limited in 2021. We started our stock price at 510 rupees. Today, as we speak, it is 6,000 rupees. That's the kind of growth which has happened in the last 4.5 years. Our second arm has got listed in October 1st, 2025 in the name of Anand Rathi Shares and Stockbrokers Limited, right? So our ecosystem, I think, contains everything. We are into asset management, investment services, institutional equities, investment banking, NBFC, insurance broking, you name it, and we are there. Except credit card, debit card, savings account, current account, we can do everything. That's what is the entire group talks about, right? I'll just skip this. What we bring on the table, definitely one, open architecture, right? We connect to the best of the manufacturers in the industry, right? It is like this. Let's say if it is a Manipal hospital, it's not that the medicine is Manipal. I try to give whatever is the best suitable medicine for the patient. Similarly, as a group, if you ask me what does Anand Rathi have their own product, I'll have very limited product. But what do I try to do here is I'll try to do a best of the research in the market, and whatever is the best, I try to bring it on the table. And that's been our services, right? So if you talk about equity, I have everything: mutual funds, PMS, everything. Fixed income, alternates, credit solution, insurance solution, whatever you name it, I think we have that on the books. So here is something I'll spend a little time here, and this is very interesting slide. This is one of my favorite slides. Define objective. Now, first of all, let me ask everybody here, when you want to do an investments, wherever it is, what should be the objective? Objective is very simple. You should make money. That's a very clear objective, right? The moment you do it in investment, that's a very clear objective. But at what rate should make money? That's always a question mark, right? As Balaji also said, real estate, gold, or anything. But one good point what Balaji brought, which choked my mind. In this entire world, there are only three places or three asset class where one can invest and make money. There is no fourth asset class where one can invest. Only three asset class, right? You can note this down. First is your physical asset, which we call it as a real estate, right? Second is your commodity asset, precious metals, gold, silver, very specifically. And third is a financial asset. It could be your savings account, mutual fund, equity, whatever it is, right? There is no fourth place in this entire globe where you can invest and make money, right? These are the three asset classes. Now, again, coming back to my question, define objective. My question was, at what rate should my money grow, right? So we at Anand Rathi, we did a lot of exercise, right? It should be 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. It was always confusing. Then we said, let's get into a basic needs of a human beings on a daily requirement, right? Let me talk about three things again here. The first three things was asset class. I'm talking about another three things. First is the lifestyle, what we live in, right? So in my lifestyle, morning to evening or entire week, month, whatever it is, I eat food, point number one. I go out with my family, I travel. This is my basic lifestyle, right? Second is the medical expenses. Third is the education expenses. I don't see any fourth thing which hits my door every day in and day out. One is my lifestyle, which I need to maintain. Second is the health expenses, could be for myself, my kid, my parents. And third is the educational expenses, right? Now, these three things in past 30 years have been growing at the rate of 12.26%. How much? 12.26%, very precise number I'm giving you here. So for me, the inflation, what government says, is not the 2%, 3%, 4%, definitely not. That inflation contains 50% of a food inflation. So if my salary is 1 lakh rupee, I don't spend 50,000 on food, right? Where do I spend? My money gets spent in my lifestyle, the way I live, education and health expenses. These are the three important things. So for me, my money should at least grow by 12% to maintain my purchase parity. I'm not talking about wealth creation. I'm talking about purchase parity, right? But money, is the money what you have in savings account or is the overall balance sheet? That is very important, right? So first, let me give you an understanding of balance sheet. There are two types of balance sheet. One balance sheet we as a human beings manage. Second balance sheet, chartered accountant manage, right? We don't call chartered accountant as a human beings because they're very super normal. They can do anything, right? So let me talk about a human being balance sheet, right? I have spoken about three asset classes, physical, commodity, and financial asset classes, right? This is basically your balance sheet, right? You have invested in real estate, you would have invested in gold, silver, you have money in savings account, FD. All put together in Excel sheet, are you growing your balance sheet at a 12%? That's more important for us to understand. If my balance sheet is not growing at a 12%, definitely there is a sense of seriousness which has to be done. So this is basically, we call it as asset allocation, right? Have I put my right money in real estate? Have I put my right money in gold? And have I put my right money in financial asset class? I'm not talking about mutual funds or stocks, in financial asset class. Now all these put together, am I able to grow my money at 12%? Then definitely I think you're doing a great job, thanks to you. So for me, the objective is not creating a financial plan here, saying that, okay, ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ ಮದುವೆ ಇದೆ 3 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. For my kids' education in next 10 years, I need money. Let me plan something. Boss, all this plan can only be fulfilled when you create a wealth. This needs money, right? Not anything else. So when I say define objective, very simple, it's called as a wealth creation. So for me to create my wealth, my balance sheet should at least grow by 12 to 14%. That's when all my requirement will be taken care. We don't call it as a marriage expenses, retirement plan. We call it as a cash flow requirement. So the moment we talk about wealth management, I want to make it very simple here. Point number one, can I grow my entire balance sheet at 12 to 14%? So let me go back and check my asset allocation. Have I clearly made my asset allocation very clear, right? Second, do I have enough liquidity in my investments so which can take care of my cash flow requirement in next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? So for example, I have 3 daughters, right? I know for the fact my first daughter requires money in next 3 years when she go for her graduation. My second daughter would require in 5th year, and my third daughter is very small. So for next 10 years, I don't have expenses. So 3, 5, and 10. If I average that, say the number would be 6. So that means I have an ability to invest money for next 6 years, right? That means my asset allocation is very clearly taken care. Saying that okay, 6 साल का मेरे पास time है, 6 वर्ष time ಇದೆ. I can take bit of a risk on my money because I'm not here for a short term. I'm definitely here for a medium term to long term, right? So the objective what I'm talking about is one, wealth creation, second, taking care of cash flow requirement. But however, it's very important to do a risk check. All 50, 70 people sitting here, we have a different type of risk taking ability, right? So based on that, you need to understand okay, what is that one number which gives me peace of sleep, right? Let me define it very clearly. For example, if my overall balance sheet goes down by 5%, I'm still able to sleep peacefully. I know for the fact that's a kind of risk I've taken. If it goes beyond that, then I need advisor sitting in front of me, boss, what happened? Let me check my balance sheet. Where am I going wrong? So it's important to have a risk check on the overall portfolio. Then based on that is what the strategy can be created. Once the strategy is created, definitely we can discuss on the strategy, whether the strategy is right, wrong, debate on the strategy, and then execute the strategy. Now, once all these things are happened, the most important thing is monitor the direction of your overall balance sheet, overall portfolio. So when we talk about monitor the steps, it's not about saying that, okay, I gave a crore to Anand Rati, and in next 3 months, my crore has become 1 crore 10 lakhs. That's not more important. What is more important, when I have given this 1 crore, if it has become 1 crore 10 lakhs, what are those contributors in my balance sheet which made my portfolio to become 1 crore 10 lakhs, right? But at the same time, let me sit and identify those red flags in my portfolio which were not able to contribute and make the correction in my portfolio. That's basically, we call it as a portfolio review, right? Which is very, very important for each one of us sitting here. Let me give you a little more example. These are the 2 risks what the investor faces in the short term and a long term, where Balaji was talking about how the money is, grows in 5 years, 10 years. If you see this right side, the picture says Nifty or a Sensex, right? Rolling return. What do we mean by rolling return? It is very important. We all sitting here, let's say we have invested 1 lakh rupee in one mutual fund in a different dates. For everybody of here sitting here, the returns are different. It cannot be same. Now what we do here is we take the highest return, we take the lowest return and make the average. That means, so any point in time I invest 1 lakh in this particular fund, at least average, this is the return I make. Now similarly, this is a rolling return of a Nifty. If you see here, 1 year rolling return I have taken from 97 to 2025. You would have making 100% return, or you have lost 55% returns or 55% of your capital in 1 year. That's a risk in a short term. If I go little ahead for 5 years, right, then my risk has come down drastically. If you see, my minus return is 6% and the maximum return is 40%. Now the moment you come to 10 years, then your returns have become more consistent, your negative returns have become negligible, your average return has become 20%. This is how we say the longer you stay, the lesser the volatile in the portfolio, right? Short term there is an inflation, Long term, there is an volatility. How do I control both the things? By staying invested in a long term. Now again, there is a math. Any investor who has invested in equity and stayed for 5 years has never lost money. Has never lost money. Any investor who has invested and stayed for 7 years has the most unluckiest investor on the earth who has touched gold and it has become mud. Even those investors have made 7% returns. If somebody has stayed invested for 10 years, he would have at least made 12%, right? So, the moment you get into asset classes, let's say if it is a real estate, definitely you don't want to sell a piece or a portion of your land. In equity, you made profit, you can exit, you can realize the profit. That is something what you can't do in real estate, right? You can't sell 1 feet of land that you have made a profit. Similarly, when it comes to gold, there is a lot of emotions attached. Definitely, the women at home will not let you sell that gold. Even if you sell that gold, the neighbor would come to you, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮನೇಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಚಿನ್ನಗಿನ ಮಾರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆಗಿಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತಾರೆ. But the moment you sell equity, shabash, correct time exit ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ. That's a reality of life and we have to deal with it, right? So, yeah, these are the 3 things which I was talking about. Market timing, security selection, asset allocation. Market timing. So a lot of investors says markets are too high. I don't want to invest. I think this particular statement belongs to all the doctors sitting here. I am 43. I am at the peak of my age. That means ideally tomorrow I should die. Correct. Even a baby which is of 1 day, it is at the peak of its age. Correct. So market timing, high, low, I mean, definitely it's not decidable. We are not Brahma sitting here, right? But who have tried doing that, the success ratio is only 2%. Second is a security selection. We are all into medical field. For me, the medical investment is the best investment. But understand, the sectors are very seasonal. But who have tried doing that, saying that I'll invest only in automobile, I'll invest only in manufacturing, or I'll invest only in the banking. The success ratio is only 5% there. But the moment you've done your asset allocation very right, based on the risk profile, right? 50% into equity, 20% in FD, 10% in different asset class, 10% could be in real estate. The success ratio has been there more than 92%. This is a study on the pension funds in US, where this has proved right. So this, I think Balaji has already shown you, but I'll still tell you this, right? These are the top 10 mutual funds which were available, say 31 years back. Blindly, if someone had put money in these top 10 mutual funds, right? Today, a crore rupee, the overall shows a performance of a crore rupee. In 31 years, that 1 crore would have become 107 crores, right? Now, I don't know about mutual funds, but if I invested in Sensex or a Nifty, even 1 crore would have become 20 crores. So, the point I'm trying to make here is, the moment we get into managed assets like mutual funds, where the fund manager would have taken all the pain to sell the stocks or to buy the stocks at a zero cost, with a lower risk, would have delivered at least 21% average return. Today, if I am able to generate 14.5% returns on my balance sheet, you will be able to quadruple your money in 10 years. Ideally, you will double your money in 5 years at just 14% returns at the least risk possible, right? So that was my first subject to talk. I think this will be very interesting. I would like everyone to pay little attention here, right? So once you have created wealth, right, it's important to transmit that wealth to somebody, right? Or you enjoy and go. I don't see somebody doing that. So there are multiple ways to protect your wealth. The first one, to have a right nomination, right? The second one is to write will, right? Will is little subjective. It depends on the size of the family. It could depend on the kind of a business. Wills can be still challenged in the court of law, right? In fact, I am witness for multiple wills for my clients. Third is creating a private family trust. The moment you create a private family trust, you have ring-fenced all your assets. No court of law in this entire globe can come and touch that. So I have created a private family trust for myself, Manish Nahata Private Family Trust. So what I do, all my investments, I do it under trust. In fact, the trust is a private trust. I can use that money for anything and everything. I use that money even for my car fuel expenses, right? So the moment I bring my all real estate or my any liquid assets under the trust, and tomorrow, because I hold a very senior position in my organization, any decision of mine can have a negative or a positive impact on my organization. The moment if there is a negative impact, my personal assets will come under scanner. So there are a lot of like Malyas and Modis, even today, if they're enjoying the money, just because they brought in some kind of a private trust and some assets were under their private trust. So whatever the private trust money is there, they're still able to enjoy that. No government, no law in this world can touch that, right? So I have seen, sorry to take this example, there is a hospital called Bharti Nursing Home in Bangalore, right? So one of my friend was admitted because of a stomach ache. I don't know what treatment happened. 20 minutes, we lost him. And it was a very sad situation. The doctors had to run from the back doors and everything. And then this became an actual legal case. And then there was a wrong treatment given. Doctor's entire assets was, seized. Entire assets was seized, right? Just a 32-year-old, because of stomach ache, going to hospital and not coming back within 20 minutes. So you can understand the situation. Similarly, there are multiple businesses. If somebody is having a business, right, and if he has a multiple firms, one loss, one bad decision, all his business can come under scanner. So it's important, based on the family, based on the profession. It's not only about growing money. How do I protect money and transmit it to the next generation? Now, another benefit of having a private family trust is that in India, still there is no inheritance taxes, right? In US and most of the developed country, there is something called inheritance taxes. The moment the assets gets inherited, the taxes can go up to 42%. The moment you are in private family trust, even these taxes are not applicable for you, right? So when we talk about wealth management, it's not only about doing a transaction, because there is always a difference between want and need. I want a BMW, but my need is still Maruti, right? So in a wealth management, it's important to understand that, okay, this is my balance sheet. I should at least grow consistently at certain number, which makes my purchase parity well, and then move it to my next generation, whatever the wealth I can accumulate, and give it, but in the smoothest way. And this could be the best way for all of us to do. So I would like to conclude this session here, right? So I wanted to make it very simple, very understandable, right? It's not that we are here to do any kind of a transaction, saying that, okay, I have 1 crore rupees, let me give you 10 different or 20 different products and say, either 20%, either 10%. That's not the whole idea. The whole idea is to first understand your overall balance sheet. That's what we do here. First, we try and take your balance sheet, do a complete review on your balance sheet, give you an understanding, saying that, okay, sir, I think your allocation here is high, low. Let us first rebalance it. Trust me, I've at least done, I think, 2,000 plus of balance sheet review. Out of that, there were at least 20-25 balance sheet, which I said, you're doing fantastic job, please do whatever you're doing. But most of the balance sheet, they will require some kind of an attention, and which we have done for all those things. Today, as we speak, as an organization, only under the wealth management, we manage 1 lakh crore, which is under mutual funds and different investments across 15,000 plus families with a zero complaint. I'm standing here, I'm proud to say, with a zero complaint of 15,000 family clients under the wealth management. So that's what is our strength, and that's what we do for our clients, right? So any questions, or let's start the discussion is what. So I've just tried my best to cover maximum, because I know the bars are getting open and it's important for everybody sitting here, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manish Nehata, for your excellent speech. You have convinced everybody at the age of 43. I don't know what will happen at the age of 60. You will convince everybody, I think. So anyhow, whatever the amount savings you will invest in future. We will try to invest. Can't say doctors are all poor, I think. Some of the doctors only. Others are so all very poor. Anyhow, I am very, very poor. Now, thank you. Now I am requesting our Chandras Devur. He wants to give thanks for this program and all. Not vote of thanks. He will thanks our doctors. So please come. Over to Chandras Devur.
Thank you, sir. I think usually classroom ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಲಂಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಲಂಚ್ ಎರಡು ತುಂಬ ವೆರಿ ಟೈಟ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ to have it. So just I'll take 2-3 minutes to highlight today's session. Wonderful session from Balaji as well as Manish. Thanks to both of them for keeping us alert and enlighten us for investment. So one straight question: 7 wonders, 7 wonders of the world. Yaudu? Great Wall of China. Taj Mahal has, got a place into that. For us, especially in finance industry, the first wonder is power of compounding. What we say have you heard about power of compounding? Chakrabarti, when you take a loan, that is other way around. So power of compounding really works in our industry. How Balaji has shown that in 1995, whoever has invested and what would be their maturity value now. So one simple question: 1 rupee keeping a FD, and this is a banking belt. 1 rupee investing in a FD, which doubles every 5 years. What would be maturity value after 100 years? Any simple guess? Any one answer? So it will be close to 10 lakh. So now don't go back and say, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿರೋದು, that is even 10 lakh is best now, right? So make best use of power of compounding tool now. Make best use of the stock market, which is very much available in your fingertips. It really works, as we have seen, generating 14 to 16% kind of a return is very easy without much risk, right? Thanks to Family Doctors Association for giving us this opportunity to speak with you, to spend some quality time with you. Really thank you on behalf of Anand Rati as well as HDFC AMC to arrange this event. Thank you so much. We request you to join us for a dinner as well as cocktail.
For memento distribution, I am requesting our DMO, Dr. Shivaprakash, to hand over the memento to Balaji Rao, Dr. Balaji Rao. Now he is handing over to Manish Rao Nehata. Now I am requesting Dr. Sudhakar, our present RMO of Venlock Hospital, to come and hand over to Chandrahas Devur. Thank you, sir. Now I am requesting Dr. Annay Kulal sir to hand over the memento, that Balaji Rao's memento, to our Sanket Prabhu. Please hand over to Balaji Rao. Thank you very much. Now the time for now he wants to give an announcement.
Regarding two things from IMA state, membership drive has come, so it is reduced. You all can gift membership to your son or daughter, son-in-law. Instead of giving car something else, you can gift a IMA membership to them. That is the one thing we have taken up this time. So it helps them a lot. They can join for their KPME, KP, KSS, everything. So most of the interests are losing their life in between. Without membership, they won't earn anything. Even IMA KSS, 1 crore, 1.5 crore is coming now. Please donate IMA membership. Now it is the time. It is 10,000, 15,000, 5,000. 10,000 for single life, 15,000 for couple, 5,000 for half couple. Half couple means already who is having a IMA membership, he marries the other one, the couple. This is known as half couple, 5,000 rupees. So this is a half couple. So it is a request. And one more thing, now fire and safety, it has drastically come down. We fought with jointly. So around 50 to 60 lakh rupees required actually to establish a medical, any nursing hospital, anything. 60 lakh rupees required before, because you know the sir used to go for inspection. Now it has come for 5 lakh rupees. IMA president has bargained. IMA president is the president of KGM also. He was the president of syndicate member of Rajiv Gandhi University, and he is a member. So he fought literally with each department. We got it down. It is 5 lakh rupees comes now. Okay, this thing, and it is a very good this thing help for the people. And one more thing is you can go for no provisional registration, KPME. Provisional registration. You can go for short term provisional registration before getting your document. That is also very important. And one more thing is if you are assessed by quality, if you are assessed by the quality examination, like our sir in Venlock, we are doing some of the quality examinations. Like what is it? Sir, we are assessed by some quality. NQS, all those things, if you are having, no need to go for the KPME inspection. You are already NQS, there is no point for go for NQS. You are already NABH, NABL, no need to go for, no, somebody has to come and threaten you, no, not required at all. So that's why these are the things IMA has done this time. We have to salute Dr. Veerabhadraya, wonderful work he has done, being a government doctor and IMA president. It was big, it just happened because most of his friends are IAS officers, secretary here and there. So he went wherever he go, they helped him. This happened because of these things. And one more sad news, Suri Kumaru Govinda Bhatt, he is no more. Just now, the Yakshagana great legendary thing. These are the things we have to share with you. Thank you. IMA concession rate, they will put in the IMA focus. That will be April 1st to April end. You can give a membership to as a gift to your children or son-in-law, daughter-in-law, anybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anayakula. Indian Medical Association President Dr. Sadananda Pujari, please come and hand over the memento to our first speaker, Dr. Balaji Rao. Thank you, sir. Now it is the time for vote of thanks. I am requesting Dr. Jain Bhatt.
Namaste again. Can you hear me? Yes. I'll cut it short because when Anandarati, Arogyarati, Aisharati, Ananda, Aisha, Arogya, this triangle, so three speakers, and probably I am given to feel that Balaji is the name of Tirupati God, and another one is Devur, all born rich, probably growing rich, and Manish also. Na hata is hata madudilla anta. And for your information, most of the doctors, they are poor in mathematics. That's what my wife says. You're all poor managers in finance. They say poor mathematics, they take doctor's course and become doctors. If you agree, it's fine. We have our advisors besides. And I'll be thanking for all your presence here. It was beautiful. And also the AJ Grants for giving the venue. And Prabhu and Gurraj again, thanks a lot. And I'll be failing if I don't thank our Pait Bel Shashidhar, who is from my place where I grew up in high school. Thanks everybody. Go for...
Thank you very much, Dr. Jain, but for your very short vote of thanks. So far, I have not heard. Listen.
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Abbakka